Gigantic beasts capable of sinking our ships, burning down entire towns, and demolishing humanity. We enjoy scary stories about massive monsters with incredible strength, and some of them aren't just fantasies, but real giants. In this video, you'll learn how huge the largest organisms on the planet are right now. Why did ancient animals grow to such huge proportions? And which of all the creatures that have ever existed on Earth is the largest? So let's dig right into it. What are the world's largest creatures right now? This subject is not as straightforward as it appears. Most people will think of the tallest animal first. Forrest, a giraffe that lives in the Australian Zoo in Queensland and has made it into the Guinness World Records as the world's tallest giraffe. It's 5 meters 68 centimeters tall, which is equivalent to a tower composed of 3 conventional refrigerators. If we position a London bus close to a forest, its head will reach 2/3 the height of the double-decker. However, the tallest does not necessarily imply the largest, does it? So, how about the weight? The elephants have the most records in this category. The stuffed specimen of Henry, the most giant African elephant in history, can be found in the Smithsonian National Museum. Henry weighed 10 tons and 886 kilos and stood 4 meters tall, making him 3 times as heavy as Forrest the giraffe. The elephant weighed as much as the massive Queen Elizabeth II ocean liner's anchor. We mentioned a ship for a reason. The oceanic depths are home to our era's undefeated record holder. The largest blue whale ever measured was more than 33.5 meters long, which is equivalent to 4 buses standing in line. The greatest weight of this colossus was about 200 tons, which is 1.5 times the weight of the Statue of Liberty without its foundation. A blue whale's tongue alone weighs as much as an elephant of normal size. But if we look back in time, we'll wonder if the blue monster can keep its title of undisputed champion. How large were these prehistoric beasts? Even insects used to be enormous millions of years ago. What about a Meganeuropsis dragonfly with a wingspan of 27 inches, which is the same as the diagonal of a low-cost smart TV? When the oxygen levels in the Earth's atmosphere plummeted, these massive insects became extinct because they couldn't breathe. However, what about dinosaurs who had no such constraints? Furthermore, amid the deep jungle that covered the majority of the area, they could fatten up to their full capacity. The herbivore Argentinosaurus was the largest dinosaur that had lived. Paleontologists discovered and repaired the skeleton of this massive reptile. They captured a nearly 40-meter-long, 12-meter-tall beast. The Argentinosaurus towered over our lanky companion Forrest, the giraffe. A terrifying T-Rex seemed like a bird in the presence of this colossus, and it was the Argentinosaurus's massive bulk that kept it safe from predators. What about the blue whale, though? Even our big boy of the seas is no match for the Argentinosaurus in terms of size, but gravity pulled harder on this lizard on land than on a whale in the water column. The Argentinosaurus could not have weighed greater than 100 tons. The extinct behemoth weighed half as much as a blue whale, thus the whale takes the title. Are the most massive prehistoric sea lizards no match for it? Is this the end of our search for the world's largest creatures? We concentrated just on animals, but Mother Nature has other species that are far larger than we previously imagined. How tall and long can plants grow? California's woodlands are home to some truly massive trees. Hyperion, a sequoia, can currently be found at Redwood National Park. It is 800 years old. This tree has a height of 115.6 meters. That is 3 times the length of an Argentinosaurus and roughly 1/5 the height of the Statue of Liberty and Big Ben. Stratolaunch is the world's biggest airplane, although its wingspan is only 1.5 meters longer than Hyperion's height. However, there are plants that are considerably larger in size, even if not in height. Rattan palms, which grow in India, can grow to be up to 350 meters long. This massive vine, which is only a few millimeters thick, could easily loop around the Eiffel Tower and still have some extra length. We must go underwater to discover a worthy competitor for the rattan palms. This is the Posidonia oceanica, and it appears to be common grass at first glance, but when biologists inspected some of these bushes on the Mediterranean seabed, they realized they were staring at the world's longest plant. Only one Posidonia's stems covers 8 kilometers of seafloor. That's a little less than Mount Everest's height. However, when it comes to size, neither Posidonia nor rattan, not even Hyperion sequoias, can compete with other truly massive wonders. Armillaria, sometimes known as honey fungi, is a kind of fungus native to North American forests. Its crowns barely rise above the forest floor, but the heart of its story lies beneath the surface. Scientists in Oregon discovered that the root system unites the honey fungi into a single organism that spans more than 9.5 square kilometers. That is slightly greater than the area occupied by Sydney Airport, Australia's largest. This massive mycelium must weigh at least 7,500 tons. That is the equivalent of 50 standard one-story American houses, but keep in mind that mushrooms are mostly water. Thus, the true dry weight of this mammoth could be 10 times less. Is it possible that such a massive tree organism exists? This aspen grove in Utah is 43 hectares in size and is made up of clones of the same tree that are linked together via the root system. Scientists refer to this one-of-a-kind creation as the Pando Grove. Its timber is estimated to weigh 6,000 tons, which is equivalent to 3 Hyperion sequoias or 40 houses. The huge mycelium is listed as the largest organism on Earth, and Pando is listed as the world's most massive plant, according to Guinness World Records. However, there is some bad news. Pando has been slowly dying because of environmental deterioration in recent years. The largest animal, the blue whale, is also in danger of being completely annihilated by humans. And while we like to tell stories about scary giants, the reality is quite the opposite. The most majestic and beautiful creatures on the planet are facing imminent extinction due to our insignificant things with which we try to compare their sizes. So, there you have it. If you enjoyed today's content, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos. Until next time!